Hello everyone, I'm Robert, that guy you met today. If we haven't met, go ahead and scroll through my YouTube videos and let's get to know each other. I am outside of the Bibb County Department of Labor, and I got a little bit of a story. I wonder if I should roll the intro. You know what, I'll just go ahead and roll the intro. Let's do it. I might as well make that official. So, I go to the Department of Labor today. I can't believe I'm still going through this, but I am. And, let me start at the beginning. I got a letter about a week ago from the Department of Labor saying that I needed to report to my local office at 11 a.m. today, which is the 31st. And, at first I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. They're going to find a way to screw me. Long story short, they basically called me in. I had to get up and drive across town for them to basically tell me that my unemployment benefits had run out and I had a zero balance. Okay, well, it's like, no shit. Thanks for letting me know the obvious. But anyway, I sit down with this guy that basically told me this, and he just pulls out some papers and he's like, well, I see that you have a zero balance, so your claim has been exhausted. I'm going to staple these papers together, and alright, have a nice day. And he just hands me a stack of papers and is just going to send me on my way. And my first thought is like, this is why I got up and came up here this morning? Seriously? And it was just the coldest, like, slap in the face situation that I've ever been in. It's just like, all right, well, you're screwed. Have a nice day. And at first I was just like, all right, whatever, no big deal. And I walk out of the building and I get in my car. And I'm about to turn the car on, and something just flipped in my head, and I just said, this is not okay. This is not okay. I've been receiving unemployment benefits for 20 weeks, and no one has even tried to do anything to actually help me get reemployed. There's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the whole point of this system is supposed to be to get people that have been put out of work through no fault of their own, in my case being laid off, to put these people back to work. I keep saying these people as if I'm not one of them. To put people like me that have been put out of work back to work. So I said, this is not okay. And I walk back in the building and I basically demand to speak with someone that can help me. Because it's just, what they're doing is not okay. Like, don't just tell me that I've run out of unemployment and then send me on my way. Like, you're going to call me up here. I'm going to burn gas, which cost me money that I don't have, so that you can tell me I'm not getting any more money. Like, we could have done this over the phone. Skipping ahead, I kind of had to fight with the receptionist a little bit to get to speak to someone, and I just said that I want to talk to someone today. I've got a copy of my resume. I can get any other information I need, but I would like to sit down in front of someone that can at least look at all these things and tell me where I can make changes or where there might be some improvements that I can make. There has to be someone in the building in reemployment services that can do this. And lo and behold, she says, have a seat, someone will be with you in a moment. So here's what happened next. So I go back a woman comes out, and I go back to her office, and she's like, how can I help you? And I was like, well, I've got some copies of my resume here. I just want to see if maybe there's some changes I can make, or maybe we can just talk about my job search and see if there's some changes that I can make. And skip ahead a little bit more, we start talking about sort of my education and my actual work history. And we also start talking about how my background is IT, but I hate computers. I hate computers. I still have no idea why I went to school for something like IT. My hatred of repairing computers is just, I hate it. I went to school for the things that I did because I felt that I had to. I didn't do it because of any passion or anything. And here's when things took a turn, a very unexpected turn, if I'm honest. So she asked me, have you considered going back to school? And the short version of the story is yes. And I told her that, I was kind of either between like pharmacy school or nursing school and kind of a medical side of things. But that I always, from the beginning, wanted to go to art school and do officially get like a degree in graphic design or something along those lines. I was so glad for her to say the next thing that she said to me. And she said to me that ultimately the thing that I need to do, because of the spot that I'm in, having basically nowhere to go but up, is that I need to just try to do exactly what's going to make me happy. Going and getting another degree and having to essentially double my student debt to do it, then that's probably what I should just go ahead and do. Is it going to get worse? Probably not. There's literally nothing at this point that can make my job situation any worse. And now she and I didn't talk about my super secret project, just because, given the nature of where I was, I probably shouldn't have had that conversation. I'm so excited to tell you guys about that. You don't even know. But she was just very adamant about just going in the direction that I feel would make me the happiest. I've spent so much of my adult life being sort of torn between what I would really like to do and sort of feeling that I have to do something, or I have to do something else that is in direct contradiction to what I want to do, if that makes any sense. I think if I'm completely honest with you guys and honest with myself, I think that I've been kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out of sort of, pursuing my dreams and pursuing sort of standard traditional employment. And then wifey and I have recently decided to pursue a business venture together, and stay tuned for that as well. I guess while I feel like my life is really stagnant right now. Like everything inside me makes me feel that way. But I think what I'm doing is being impatient. I think that a lot of the things that I'm working on, it takes time. And I think because I'm impatient and broke and all these things, I think I'm feeling that things are stagnant when they're really quite the opposite. Things are really going in a lot of good directions for me. It's going in really, really great directions for my wife. When I'd be too embarrassed to say it to her face, but I'm just so proud of her. It's unbelievable. I'm just so proud of her and so thankful to have such a supportive wife. But things are looking up for the both of us, and the sooner the better, but I guess I got to keep everything in perspective. Thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble a little bit today. can't just show the good stuff. Got to show the not so good and the contemplative, I suppose. So thank you so much for watching, and next time things will be a lot lighter. So catch y'all later.